Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a video queued up here from Elite English. It is Pancake Day in the UK and around the world, celebrating Shrove Tuesday and Mardi Gras 2025. Somebody suggested that I look up some videos on Pancake Day over in the UK, and all of them were really short, like a minute and a half. So I found this one. It's 6 minutes long. Hopefully, this does a good job of covering it. I'm not entirely sure what it is, although I assume it's to do with pancakes. Um, and here you guys talk about Americans and their pancakes. I can't, well, actually, you know what? I did have a pancake Saturday. And prior to that, I couldn't tell you the last time that I had one. My son loves pancakes, but he eats probably more waffles than pancakes, but they're the same thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started and see what it is. I will link this video in the description along with my Patreon and also the link where you can become a member here on Facebook, or I'm sorry, Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook. You can become a member here on YouTube. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this out.
Golden, delicious and versatile, pancakes are a beloved treat. But did you know they have a special day dedicated to them? Welcome to Pancake Day, celebrated in the UK and around the world with unique traditions and delicious recipes. Pancake Day, officially known as Shrove Tuesday, marks the day before Lent begins in the Christian calendar. For centuries, it has been a time to use up ingredients such as eggs, flour, milk and butter before the fasting season begins. In the United Kingdom, pancakes take centre stage. Traditionally thin and crepe-like, they are usually served with a squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of sugar. However, modern variations include everything from chocolate to savoury fillings. One of the most iconic Pancake Day traditions in the UK is the pancake race. The most famous takes place in the market town of Olney in Buckinghamshire, where participants race through the streets while flipping pancakes. Legend has it that the tradition
When I was looking for a video, I did see a lot of videos about the pancake race.
began on Shrove Tuesday in 1445, when a woman, late for church because she had been busy cooking pancakes, dashed out of her house still holding her frying pan. She then ran down the street, still dressed in her kitchen apron and headscarf, tossing the pancake to prevent it from burning. Other countries around the world that celebrate Pancake Day include Ireland, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Meanwhile, just across the English Channel in France, Shrove Tuesday is known as Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras traces its roots back to medieval France, where it too marked the day before Lent. As in the UK, communities would feast on rich foods like butter, eggs and meat, which were forbidden during the Lenten fasting. But in France, crepes are the centerpiece of Mardi Gras. Thin, golden and versatile, they symbolize indulgence before the austerity of Lent. Towns and villages also host parades, masquerades and festive dances, a tradition that has endured for centuries. In particular, masquerades have always been an integral part of French Mardi Gras, allowing participants to disguise themselves, shed societal roles, and embrace freedom and fun for a day. In the late 17th century, French explorers brought Mardi Gras to the Americas, specifically to Louisiana, which was then part of France's vast colonial empire. By 1703, the first recorded Mardi Gras celebration was held in the small settlement of Mobile, now in Alabama. However, New Orleans, founded in 1718, soon became the heart of the Mardi Gras celebrations in America. French settlers introduced the customs of feasting, masquerading and parading, blending them with local influences over the centuries. Today, Mardi Gras in New Orleans is one of the most iconic celebrations in the world. It's a dazzling blend of French tradition, African American culture, and Creole influences. The heart of New Orleans' Mardi Gras lies in its parades, organised by social clubs known as crews. Each crew creates elaborate floats and costumes, while riders toss beads, coins, and trinkets to the cheering crowds. Music is another key element. From marching bands to jazz and brass ensembles, the sounds of New Orleans bring a unique energy to Mardi Gras celebrations. While New Orleans is the epicenter of Mardi Gras in the US, other cities have embraced the tradition as well, where it is often referred to as Fat Tuesday. Pancakes are eaten in the United States too, but they are thicker and fluffier than the ones eaten in Great Britain and France. Shrove Tuesday is marked with the eating of rich foods throughout Europe as well. Pancakes are eaten in each of the Scandinavian countries, but in Sweden, semla buns are also enjoyed on Fettisdagen, the Swedish Shrove Tuesday. Meanwhile, in Central Europe, donuts are the preferred way to use up the eggs, milk and butter before the Lenten fast. Pancake, also known as Berliners, are eaten in Poland, while Fasnacht donuts are the traditional snack in Germany. And last but not least, a jam-filled donut called shishki are eaten in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, where the Shrove Tuesday celebrations are known as fashungi. So whether you're tossing pancakes, eating donuts, catching beads, or dancing in masks, remember, Shrove Tuesday has become much more than just using up the rich ingredients in the pantry. Today, it has also become a celebration of traditions, heritage, indulgence, and the beauty of cultural diversity. Thank you for watching Pancake Day in the UK and around the world.
That's
This video is
interesting.
actually
Um, I guess the problem with picking that particular video is that it kind of just touched on a little bit because it was covering a few different places. Yeah, Mardi Gras is definitely, if you're gonna celebrate that, New Orleans is the place to go. I've never, I've never been, but when I think of it, I think of, yeah, jazz music, people very drunk, walking around with beads. Uh, I've seen a lot of cops episodes during Mardi Gras in New Orleans. I think it's just a lot of chaos. I'm sure there are people that really love the spirit of it and the tradition, and then there are people, probably most likely people that come from other areas that want to just cause chaos and be idiots. Um, but I would definitely go. I wouldn't mind going one time and checking it out. I was thinking about crepes, and we do have them in certain places, but I don't think I've honestly ever tried them. Um, I can't think of ever trying them. I might have to find somewhere that has them and give them a go. I mean, I like pancakes as much as the next person. I wouldn't generally make them for just me, I don't think. Like I said, my son loves them, so I do. If I make them, I'm usually making them for him. My mom had picked some up at Cracker Barrel the other day, and so that's what he ate on. We ate on Saturday morning for breakfast, and my mom and I just split a pancake because they're gigantic. So we had that and some bacon, and he had some strawberries with his. Um, but yeah, I think pancakes are definitely a kid favorite. I mean, I'm sure they're obviously adults eat them, but I think it's more of a kid thing than it is adults. Same with like cereal. Um, although I guess in my 20s I probably ate a lot of cereal, but I also didn't really cook. So, but yeah, that was interesting. do need to go and watch some of these pancake races. That sounds like it would be really funny. Do they? You guys will have to let me know. Do they do that everywhere, or is it in like? I want to say that the person that was suggesting that I watched a video on this. I want to say that we were discussing York. Um, or do they have it just all over the place? You guys are gonna have to let me know. And do you all? I guess it's you all have the thinner pancakes, but are they as thin as a crepe is, or are they a little bit thicker? Or because like yeah, like they said, ours are pretty thick, and there are some places they use like special stuff. I mean, they will make them this big. They're airy though. Um, the ones that are like this, regular ones here are not quite so airy. But yeah, we slather ours in butter and syrup just to make sure they're super unhealthy, which is why I don't eat them that often. Plus, as a kid, I wasn't a huge pancake person either. I've always been like I would rather have eggs and toast. Um, and dip my toast in the egg yolk. That was always my thing. But I remember my grandmother making them a lot because my cousin, she my younger cousin, she loved them. Um, but yeah, that was a great video. Let me know if I should find another Pancake Day one, or you guys can suggest them because I had a hard time finding any that weren't just incredibly short. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And above all, be kind and have a great day.